Is $4.9 million worth your freedom? Let's be honest. Most people in the United States marry within their own race despite having different friends of different races. At the same time, there's a variety of races of people in this country. So you can't walk around with blinders on and pretend that you don't understand that there are people of different races in this country. Despite the fact that you may not want to mingle with them and want to look out for your own group, which I'm not condemning that at all either. Groups of people tend to have what's called gatekeepers, the ones who pretend to have their best interest at heart, and in the process of this take positions of power within the public that the person on the surface acts as if they're going to help their own people. This is especially true within the foundational Black American community. And please understand that I mean no disrespect, but I feel that being a foundational Black American, I have a right to call Black women out for this because you're the main group of people doing this right now. So you are the group of people that need to be called out for it. Back in December 2023, because no one's really talking about this because no one wants to say the quiet part out loud, but I will in this video. Try and understand before I get started, we know all Black women aren't this way because I'm not, and many of you who are listening are not. But in order to fix and correct these problems, we have to be able to call out our own in our community even when it does not seem convenient. And stop this, oh my God, we gotta all stick together. Why do we when a person gets up in power individually and decides the collective doesn't matter anymore? And at the expense of the collective live high off the hog. Because that's what this woman did, okay? So that's the only time I will give you disclaimer. If you feel like I'm going to offend you, jump off this video now. Okay. So this diversity, equity, inclusion person who is a foundational Black American took a job at Facebook under that diversity, equity, and inclusion. Of course, what that title entails is that she was supposed to ideally be an advocate for diversity. But while at Facebook, she managed to somehow live high off the hog, live a nice lifestyle, and somehow come away with $4.8 million that she didn't earn, which jumped to $4.9 million when she got let go from Facebook or either left. I don't remember exactly what the article said, then went to Nike and gotten additional money, which added up to $4.9 million. How Nike didn't catch how she acted at Facebook is a mystery to me. And this is one of these things where you can't always take resumes seriously. Because my thing is, how would you let a $4.8 million of embezzled money get over your head? Oh, they saw the resume, saw, oh, Facebook, and probably didn't call and verify that reference. Not gonna go there with them. The fact is, she's a thief and she still stole money. I hate to tell you, but as more of these stories surface, we're finding out that the ringleaders are foundational Black American women. Think I'm lying? Go back to the Black Lives Matter when a few of them were all raking up the dough with money, buying nice mansions and real estate at the expense of families who really lost loved ones to police brutality. Oh, I'm just going to step down from the company. See, you give your money to something that in disguise says that it cares about you. Because that's why I'm going to call these institutions its. Because its don't care about you. They take your money and live free while you're sitting out here struggling, making you think that they're doing something good when they're not. And in the meantime, Patrice Coolers is not sitting in jail somewhere. She's still sitting up in Calabasas living a good life. I don't care if she know I called her out, because she knows who she is. See, people can emotionally sell to our communitah better than they can other communitahs. Because see, we jump on any bandwagon that looks on the surface like it's going to help us. And we don't question who's the face in front of the camera, or who's the face on that website and why. I'm not saying black men don't do this, so don't get on my page talking about, oh, and then don't do this. Oh, white women do it too, and Hispanic women and Asian women do it too. I'm specifically addressing my own freaking community, okay? Because y'all love doing this stuff where you don't want black people to address the wrongs of their own community. And that's the elephant in the room. Let's discuss that. See, we can't move up because we don't want to help each other. And we don't want to help each other because of people like this. And when it's time for condemnation and to correct things, we squash these stories. Because I don't see that many people on YouTube talking about this story. Why? Because you don't like the actual implications of it. And the reality is, the actual implications is that a certain segment of people in this community is doing this and getting by with it for a short term. So to foundational black Americans, regardless if you're male or female, don't y'all get tired of this? People who say they got your best interest as a collective, but when they get in those positions, they want to be individuals and rack up money and live a lavish lifestyle, then proceed to get offensive when you call them out because they done been caught in a lie. Because if you can go and embezzle that much money at 2 different companies, calling yourself a diversion, equity, and inclusion officer, then you knew your sole purpose for going and putting yourself out there all along was to steal from your own community. Well, those companies weren't found by black people or by people of other ethnicities. That's not the point. See, as a black woman, I'm fortunate to have a good paying job. As a foundational American in general, I'm glad to have a good paying job. Quit pretending like the actions of a person like this doesn't affect you, even when you don't act in the same way that this person does. Because again, I'm saying the quiet part out loud. Don't pretend that when you don't walk in for an interview, people have to question if you're going to do this, if you're going to act in this capacity. This is not a video about being paranoid and saying that everybody's out to get you because you're black. No. But understand that it's time for us to start addressing these dummies who say we're helping this group of people and we're helping that group of people when they know they're really not. While leaving you out in the dirt with your hand to beg, or not so much beg or to ask and beg the question. Are we ever going to stop and care about our own problems and stop playing these silly games?